local and serving our friends and neighbors. We offer a highly personalized, full line of personal trust and estate planning. Give us a call today and see how our trust services can help you.
Local lending. We're here for you from start to finish. Keeping money in our economy, supporting local jobs, giving back to our community, investing in entrepreneurship, making our quiet towns a destination. At Platte Valley Bank, we support local because we are local.
Terrell with you here on the Rural Radio Network. Time to visit with Westco Zephyrs head coach Jeremiah Luber. We'll hear from Rick Kinnaman from Gering coming up here very shortly, but we'll start with Coach Luber. And Coach, almost a very disappointing 0-2 day yesterday, but you get 9 runs late in the nightcap against Buckley, and you get the win. You salvage the split after a loss against the Stars out of Rapid City. Overall thoughts on yesterday's performance from the guys?
Well, kind of a sluggish day from our guys, really. And, what we had this weekend from a defensive standpoint and on the mound wasn't necessarily there, but it was good to see our guys, really late last night. It was a long day and find a way to come back and get one. There's going to be days in baseball where you're not playing your best baseball, and it was good to see our guys do that yesterday.
Really feels like, and the stats kind of bear it out, I mean, the bats have really come around here in the last week or so, and you guys are swinging it pretty good, even in the loss yesterday, 17 hits. Yeah,
and that was one big positive that I pointed out to our guys. We get our pitching and defense there where it was this weekend, and we keep swinging like we are. We're going to be a pretty good team. And so guys are seeing it well. Guys are with their pitch selection, they're not chasing too many bad pitches, and that's where we want to be right there.
Well, I know you want to get back in the win column for tonight after getting beat by Gering 6-3 a couple weeks back at Cleveland Field. So you move forward tonight, and if the plan's still the same as it was yesterday, Porter Robbins on the mound, they'll go with Riley Shaneman, I believe, this evening. So what do you guys have to kind of get over the hump here on to take care of Gering tonight, you think?
Well, just continue offensively. Riley's going to be a big challenge for us. We've already seen him and Franklin earlier in the year. We had some success against DeBray, and so we really got to put the ball in play. We can't strike out 10, 11, 12 times tonight, and I feel pretty confident in what Porter's gonna bring on the mound. He's just got to keep doing what he's been doing his last few starts and fill up the zone and be aggressive.
What's the scouting report with Porter on the mound? What's kind of his MO?
His fastball's got a little movement with it, and his off speed's got to be there. The changeup, curveball, being able to keep teams off balance and really be a strike thrower, pound the zone and get after those guys right from the first inning.
Tell you he's a two-way player right now because his stick share coming around, hitting well over 300, and really overall, like we said, the bats for the Z's really clicking, it seems, right now. Get you out of here on this one. Quick key to the game. I know you always go back to harping on pitching and defense. Key to the game brought to you by Team Auto, home of that lifetime warranty with every new vehicle purchase there at Team Auto. So, Coach Luber, what's it take tonight?
Well, the guys got to be mentally ready to play, mentally there. We had 2 really long games yesterday. A late night for the guys. Some of the guys were working. So, really being locked in on every pitch and making sure that we're playing our best baseball offensively, defensively, and then Porter getting after him on the mound. So
Jeremiah Luber, keys to the game for the Z's tonight. Appreciate the help, Coach. Best of luck tonight.
I appreciate it. Thanks a bunch, Chris.
We'll come back with more and Rick Kinnaman right after this on the Rural Radio Network.
Be water wise. Did you know that most people over-fertilize their lawns and gardens? This means your fertilizer and money wash down the storm drain into our waterways where it makes dangerous algae grow. So the next time you fertilize the yard, remember, you're not just fertilizing your lawn, so don't overwater or use fertilizer when rain is in the forecast. Smart waterways add to clean water. This is a message from Tri-City Stormwater.
Fly United Airlines, operated by SkyWest with Western Nebraska Regional Airport. United is dedicated to going the extra mile for you with daily flights to and from Denver, along with a commitment to excellent service. Reserve your flight today, and remember, United miles can be earned and redeemed with your flights. While at the airport, stop and enjoy authentic Italian food at Roma Italian Restaurant. Plus, Hertz Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. Make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
We're back on our Platte Valley Company's pregame show tonight here on the Rural Radio Network, TV and radio from Oregon Trail Park, Westco, and Gering. We heard from Jeremiah Luber. Time to catch up now with Gering head coach Rick Kinneman. Coach, you played last night. You won. There's one man that was the story, Anthony Walker. My word, on the mound. What a night for him.
Yeah, he was in the strike zone all night long. His off-speed stuff was working. He pitched to the zone that was being called. He was very, very intelligent. And, I mean, you use your brains like that, and you're going to get a 10-strikeout shutout.
One of the nicer kids, whatever sport, whatever coach, he's always willing to do whatever's asked of him. So you love to see that from that type of young man, don't you?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, everybody that works as hard as Anthony does, they need to have a reward, and that was good to see him get something like that.
So first time around, you go over to Cleveland Field and you beat the Z's 6-3. I know you guys take a lot of pride in that type of performance. Jack pitched that night. I believe we'll get Riley Shaneman on the bump tonight. What's got to be Riley's approach for this Zephyrs lineup that's definitely swinging the bat a little bit better right now?
Yeah, well, it doesn't really matter who we're facing. We've got to stay in the strike zone. We need to get ahead in the count and make them hit our pitch. That's kind of what we try to do, no matter who we're facing.
And I think they're going to go with maybe a guy you haven't seen before. At least the plan was going to be Porter Robbins. So I know you're probably not too concerned about who's out there. You're worried more about your guys' approach. What do you guys have to do to have a good night at the plate?
Well, I mean, that's something that we've really been trying to stress to our players is having a good approach and then defining what a good approach is, and that's hitting the first good pitch, not getting in the count, knowing the strike zone that's being called that night. Those sort of things make for a good approach.
And we'll get you out of here quickly with a quick key to the game brought to you by Team Auto Center, home of the lifetime warranty. And you get that lifetime warranty with every new vehicle purchase at Team Auto.
I've struggled with my weight since I was 13, but weight loss surgery changed my life. I've lost 120 pounds, 80 inches, and gained a whole new outlook on life.
Weight loss surgery may be the answer to your weight and health problems. Regional West offers the support of skilled surgeons and a dedicated bariatric team for your journey to a healthier you. Learn more about weight loss options at Regional West. It's time for a new you.
Hey, I've been hanging out here a long time outside of Panhandle Auto Group, and boy, do they have a great selection of vehicles.
And their sales team is great to work with, and you can also get your vehicle serviced and detailed too.
Welcome to Panhandle Auto. This is Sam Serta, General Sales Manager. It's been our pleasure to serve you for the past 2 years. At Panhandle Auto, we have a seat for everybody. Whether you need a vehicle for yourself, a son, or daughter, our team will go above and beyond to satisfy your needs and even your dreams. So again, thank you from Sam Serta, General Sales Manager at Panhandle Auto, for allowing us to earn your business. At Panhandle Auto,
it's time for something different.
Tonight here on the Rural Radio Network. Got you taken care of on the TV side. Of course, radio on 106.9 The Trail. And we're online streaming, as always, at KHYYFM.com. Looking forward to this one. Always fun when you get Gering and Westco. Played earlier, just a couple weeks ago, June 29th, late last month, the date, over at Cleveland Field. And it was Gering in the seniors game winning 6-3. They won that night. In the juniors game, BNC Steel a winner 11-0, and BNC Steel makes it 2-0, the home-and-home sweep as they win tonight. Here 6-3 the final just a little bit ago with a victory over the Express here at Oregon Trail Park. Both teams were in action yesterday, as we talked about. Gering a win up at Chadron, and it was Westco splitting 2 games at Cleveland Field Crosstown as they lost in the first one in extra innings. They fell in 12-8 to Rapid City Post 320, and then a 9-run outburst in the late game in the 6th inning allowed them to come back from a big deficit, wipe that away, and they beat Buckley by the score of 14-10. So records right now, the Z's at 7-9, Gering 1 over 500 at 8-7. We heard from both head coaches. Of course, I'll be here in the Logos broadcast booth all night long with the broadcast. Logos, your home for all your screen printing and embroidery. Shop the showroom or have something custom made. That's at Logos. Jeremy, his staff, they do a tremendous job there at 1344 10th Street. That's in downtown Gering. Let's take a look right now at our starting lineups, brought to you by Western Nebraska Community College. From diplomas to degrees, it's for me. You can learn more at wncc.edu. First for the visitors tonight, the Westco Zephyrs under the direction of head coach Jeremiah Luber. They'll go with Porter Robbins on the mound. He'll also hit in the leadoff spot, having a great year all around for the Zephyrs. And again, the Z's bats are really starting to click a little bit here. They've been scoring more runs of late. Jarrod Balthazar hitting in the 2-hole, a big part of that. His average right now at 304. Creighton Dyke, talk about a good batting average. He's hitting 509, 28 for 55 officially on the season, and he'll start behind the plate tonight and hit third. Tate Carson at first base in the cleanup spot. Carson's average robust 353. Robbins mentioned he's at 389. Hunter McCollum, the shortstop, right now batting 319. He'll hit fifth tonight. KJ Hartline does a great job in center field on a nightly basis. KJ's average at 275. Dario Rodriguez goes from behind the plate out to second base for this big one tonight. Dario hits eighth, and Wyatt Hott, the right fielder, in the ninth spot tonight for the Westco Zephyrs. And Porter Robbins will get the start, and he's been really good when he's been handed the baseball. ERA at 283. He's thrown 12 1/3, and he's got a record of 1-1. This will be his fourth appearance and his third start on the campaign. For the Platte Valley Company seniors for Gering. Now, Rick Kinneman's lineup card just had names and numbers, no positions, but I think I've got this figured out. Just based on common sense here. We'll adjust on the fly if we need to. Quentin Janacek will lead off and I'm guessing play third base. Brady Radzimski catching. He'll hit second. Riley Shaneman gets the start on the mound and he'll hit in the 3-hole. Shaneman right now, let's get some of these averages. He's at 295 with a home run and 10 driven in. Radzimski on the season batting 234. Riley Janacek back to the leadoff spot. Quentin's average starting to come around. He's now up over 300 at 308. Hitting cleanup and playing shortstop will be Jack Franklin. Jack batting 326. Riley Goodrow in left field hitting fifth. This year for Goodrow, average at 239. Riley Hoke plays center field and will hit sixth for Hoke on the year. He's hitting 400. So Riley Hoke having a great summer to this point. Blake Green, the second baseman, starts the bottom third of the order in the seventh spot in the lineup. Blake Green under 200, batting 192. Anthony Walker, the man of the hour last night with the 7-inning complete game shutout and 10 strikeouts. Walker plays first and hits eighth. This year for Walker, the average at 162, and Adric Kahn bats ninth and plays right field. Adric Kahn hitting 222. So the big news today in the world of college sports, the Big Ten has decided for everything, all sports, for the fall season. And I think at Nebraska that would be what? Football, volleyball, soccer for sure, and there's at least one or two more in there. But they will all play a conference-only schedule. And the caveat in the release from the Big Ten in that statement was if there is fall sports at all. So still plenty to be decided for college football and college athletics this fall. We'll see how things play out. I believe the Pac-10 then pretty much followed suit right behind the Big Ten with that same sort of announcement. And as of now, you've had the SEC say they will proceed as originally planned and adjust if they need to. We'll keep it right here I think we'll get the national anthem after we get official starting lineups introduced here at Oregon Trail Park. We're at 7:17 as lineups get introduced. The NCAA now, we've given you lineups. They've released a statement. It says, as the COVID-19 pandemic continues to impact college sports nationally, the NCAA supports its members as they make important decisions based on their specific circumstances in the best interest of college athletes' health and well-being. And you know what? When you're as poor of an organization as the NCAA is from top to bottom, I think it's best at this point you leave these decisions to the individual conferences right now. Chris Hetty of the Omaha World-Herald followed up on that and says there are 37 words in that release, and it says exactly nothing. I got to wholeheartedly agree. But you know what? Thankfully, the NCAA just going to keep their beak out of this one and let individual conferences make decisions as far as what's best moving forward. Now, will Big Ten football start as planned? Regular start time for the season? Would they consider that and then trying to get everything in early? Would they consider moving back the start of the football campaign, say, to October, if they thought that gave them a better shot? Or is really this statement today just meant to soften the blow when the eventual verdict comes down that there will be no college football at all anywhere across the country this fall? We don't want that, but I think it definitely is still a possibility despite this announcement today from the Big Ten, maybe the Pac-12 as well. Big 12 and SEC trying to hold off just a little bit. Of course, the kicker in all this, with all those non-conference games now lopped off the schedule, some of those teams, like Nebraska was going to play South Dakota State. I can't remember who else was on the non-conference, Cincinnati for sure. But some of those non-Power 5 schools, they're going to lose a ton of money. We'll keep it right here, get you the national anthem, and then we'll have first pitch. Going to wind up being a really nice night here at the ballpark. Oregon Trail Park, our location tonight in Gering. Platte Valley Companies and the Westco Zephyrs for our seniors action. 86 degrees here at first pitch. Got a southeast wind at around 8 to 10 miles per hour. You never want to say this, so maybe I shouldn't, but not sure we're going to have much to deal with as far as rain percentages tonight, so that'd be great news. Get a clean start and just finish this thing up with no interruptions. Gering will be in the home yellow jerseys tonight, white home game pants. Westco Zephyrs go with the green away jerseys and gray bottoms for tonight. Riley Shaneman out, taking his warm-up pitches. A bulldog of an athlete and fits that description to a T on the bump. He will challenge this Westco lineup tonight with fastball after fastball and trust that his stuff is better than their best. So looking forward, and the nice thing about that matchup is Shaneman's going to work quickly, pound the strike zone, and believe in his stuff, and the Zephyrs lineup has been clicking here of late. Yesterday in the loss, 17 hits and 8 runs, ton of hits, 14 runs in the comeback win. Played really well over the weekend. Coach Luber said that was their best stretch of baseball so far this year. Was the weekend performance. They went 3-1 hosting the Woodbat tournament at Cleveland Field. They've got their record now after a really, really rough start. 2 games under 500 at 7-9. Gering comes in 8-7. Great performance from Anthony Walker on the bump last night. The 10 strikeouts, no runs, the complete game win up at Chandron. Their record now 8-7. We'll get your first pitch coming up, brought to you by Papa Murphy's Pizza at 2801 Avenue B in Scotts Bluff, where it's always love at 425 degrees. Don't forget to register for the Papa Murphy's Text Club as well. They've got a sweet deal waiting on you there. And we get ready for action. Oregon Trail Park with Gering and Westco. Shaneman will face his opposite number here to start the ball game. The Z starting pitcher Porter Robbins in the leadoff spot, hitting .389, had 6 hits in yesterday's 2 games against Buckley and Rapid City, .320. Get Shaneman's season numbers here shortly, and we'll set the defense behind him. Shaneman's first pitch is over at the knees for a strike, and that's where he's going to work if he can, down low in the strike zone. For Shaneman this year, an ERA of 2.1. Robbins fouls it back, so Shaneman quickly ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. Great ERA of 2.1. He's got 16 Ks in 13 1/3 innings. He's got a 1-2 record. He's been a tough luck loser a couple of times already this year. Robbins shoots one to right center, and drifting over to make the play in the gap is right fielder Adric Kahn. Robbins got a good bat on it, and he lines out to Kahn in right field. So Shaneman on the hill, his battery mate, outstanding catcher Brady Rudzimski, very versatile athlete. Rare you'll see a catcher not pinch run for, courtesy runner. Brady he'll run the bases. We'll get you the defense for Gering here in a moment. Jarrod Balthazar facing his former mates here tonight, the number 2 man in the lineup for the Zephyrs. Janacek at third, Jack Franklin at short, Blake Green at second. Popped up on the infield, back of second, drifting back onto the outfield grass to make the play is Jack Franklin, quickly 2 away here in the top of the first inning. Anthony Walker, starring last night, he'll and first base. Riley Goodrow in left, Riley Hoke in center, and the right fielder is Adric Kahn. So Creighton Dyke, talk about some numbers. .509 the batting average, 3 home runs. He's driven in 22, and he has been on fire from start of the year till right now. This is a great matchup here with Shaneman and Dyke, 2 of the best players in town. Shaneman, shoulder squared to the plate, turns and delivers. Rocket shot off the bat of Dyke, and that'll be a base hit, a 2-out knock for Creighton Dyke. Keeps the inning alive for Tate Carson.
First baseman number 12, Tate Carson.
Carson capable of the long ball, looking for his first so far still this year. He's got 11 RBIs, and he's got that batting average now up to .353. He had 4 hits in game 1 yesterday. 2 outs. Creighton Dyke aboard at first. Shaneman will come set. Small lead for Dyke. He's probably not going anywhere. The pitch from Riley Shaneman in the dirt. That skips between the 5-hole. Gets by Rudzimski, and Dyke advances to second base on the wild pitch. .86 degrees at first pitch tonight. Lovely night for summer baseball. Quiet across the way at Oregon Trail Park Stadium for the Pioneers as they're on the road in Fremont tonight. Ground ball on the infield, gonna get through. They will wave Dyke around. Throw from Goodrow to the plate, and Shaneman cuts it off. Now they throw to first. Thought they might have had Tate Carson, but an RBI single for Carson. So the wild pitch comes back to haunt Shaneman and Platte Valley Companies as Carson just bounces one between short and third, and he picks up the RBI. Inning continues now for Hunter McCollum, who's hitting over .300 this year. McCollum's driven in 12. Carson a short lead. Great start for Westco. Shaneman, the type of kid that if you're going to get to him, you got to get to him early before he really starts to build that confidence throughout the ball game. So the Zephyrs have cleared one hurdle with a quick run here in the first. A 2-out rally. Single from Dyke, wild pitch. He advanced to second, and then a good two-out hitting from Tay Carson. Bounces one into left, and he picks up the RBI. McCollum a swing and a miss on the heat from Shaneman. 1-0, top one. Jeremiah Luber coaching at third base for Westco. McCollum in the box. Swing and a miss at the high fastball this time from Shaneman. McCollum got the start on the mound yesterday. The game the Zephyrs eventually lost in 8 innings, 12-8. Shaneman puts that one low and away in the dirt, gets the swing and a miss. Rudzimski picks up the baseball, throws to first to complete the strikeout and end the inning. Couple of 2-out hits. Westco gets on the board with one in the top of the first. Through 1/2 inning at Oregon Trail Park, it's the Zephyrs with a 1-0 lead. Gering to hit for the first time when we come back right after this on the Rural Radio Network.
The summer heat is back, but you can keep your cool with new windows from Renewal by Andersen. That's right, Christmas in July is back. Plus, it's also Renewal by Andersen's 25th anniversary. And to celebrate, we are offering no payment, no money down, and no interest for 25 months. That means no payment until 2022 and 20% off every window and door. You'll never see an offer like this again. So call Renewal by Andersen of Wyoming today at 307-215-7493.
Starting battery for Westco. Behind the plate, number 27, Creighton Dyke. On the mound, number 4, Porter Robbins.
We head bottom one here at Oregon Trail Park. Zephyrs get one across in the top of the first inning. Got the early 1-0 lead. It'll be Quentin Janacek, Brady Rudzimski, and Riley Shaneman to stand in against Porter Robbins. Robbins on the season has thrown 12 1/3 innings. His ERA at 2.83. First pitch swinging for Janacek. Skies one, back a second. The shortstop McCollum back onto the outfield grass. And quickly one up and one down here in Platte Valley Company's half of the first inning. A good start for Robbins tonight will be key as he looks to build confidence in a new setting for him pitching in this rivalry matchup. He rocks and fires and misses with the fastball high to Rudzimski. Brady hitting .234. He's driven in 10. Looks at one inside, 2-0 the count. Robbins gets the sign. We'll get to the Zephyrs defense after this pitch. 3-0 on the fastball high. Robbins working to Creighton Dyke behind the plate. Jarrod Balthazar at third. McCollum the shortstop. Dario Rodriguez moves out from the plate, behind the plate to play second here tonight. Rudzimski taking all the way on 3-0, looks to strike. Tay Carson at his regular spot at first. He can play other places, but normally going to be at first base this year for the Zephyrs. Heimerman in left, Hartline in center, and Robbins loses Rudzimski, who draws the walk.
Stepping in now for Gering, the pitcher, Number 99, Riley Schieneman.
So Hartline in center, and then Wyatt Hott in right field. Rudzemski leads from first. Riley Schieneman stands in at the plate, the right-handed hitting starting pitcher. Waggles the bat. A little bit of an open stance for Schieneman. Riley hitting .295 with a home run and 10 driven in. As a team, Gering's connected for 4 home runs, and for the Zephyrs, 3, all from Creighton Dyke. Double play depth for the middle infielders. And the pitch from Robbins, and he misses low and away. 2 balls and no strikes. A 1-out base runner for Platte Valley Companies, as Gering tries to make it 4-0 as a program against Westco this year. A sweep at Cleveland Field on the 29th of June, a couple weeks back. BNC steal the winner earlier tonight, 6-3 in the juniors game. And here we go with game number 2 of the night. Zephyrs with the early 1-0 lead. Robbins dancing around the strike zone. And can't find it right now. 3-0 the count. He'll throw over. One nothing our score. Bottom 1. And the pitch from Robbins, ball 4. 4 straight outside the zone, and Gering's now got him at first and second with just 1 out. Mentioned the Pioneers on the road earlier. That's freed up team owner Chow Keeman. I saw the Pioneers Twitter account posting a photo. They're taking in tonight's ball game here in the bleachers. So that's what Mr. Heyman and Ira have been all about. Community, community, community since getting the Pioneers here to Gering 2 summers ago. Jack Franklin, the cleanup hitter. Right-handed hitting shortstop. Robbins checks on Rudzemski out at second. Delivers home. Jack hits one in the air. Deep left field. Jace Heimerman drifting back. He's got a bead on it, and he makes the play. Now that tagging and coming to third and in safely, and also from first to second. So Rudzemski and Schieneman able to tag up and move up 90 feet. Heimerman able to track that baseball fairly well hit out to left from Franklin for the second out of the inning. Hot smash past Balthazar at third. First pitch swinging for Riley Goodrow. 2 runs come in to score, and Gering has the 2-1 lead here in the bottom of the first inning. Goodrow, a hot smash, and on the throw home, he advances to second base. Rudzemski and Schieneman come in to score. And this feels like a big spot early for Porter Robbins. He's given up the 2 and the lead. Can he hold Gering to 2, take a deep breath, get into the dugout, and kind of re-put his game plan back together? First pitch swinging from Riley Hoke, hitting .400 this year. Fouls one out of play.
We'll give you a ticket for a snow cone.
Rick Kinneman, head coach, in the third base box. Danny O'Boyle coaching at first. Hoke looks at a curveball inside. You know, thinking down the line into the fall, just hoping we get a regular fall. Genuinely excited about the direction of athletics at Gering, with Coach O'Boyle taking over the football program. Coach Kinneman getting back on the sideline as the defensive coordinator. Talking to both earlier, since they just a renewed interest in everything at the weight room this summer. Good numbers throughout. The pitch from Robbins. Down low, Hoke takes for a ball. Jay Beller of the NSAA today basically said, I wish I could say more, but we're just going to plan to do things as usual and adjust if we have to over the next month or so. Riley Hoke can't catch up to the high fastball from Porter Robbins. Two balls and 2 strikes the count. Robbins checks on the runner, delivers home. Went to the deuce on 2-2, had Hoke out in front. Foul tip around home plate. Blake Green in the on-deck circle. Two from Robbins to Hoke. Misses upstairs, and the count runs full, 3-2. Gering's plated 2 to go in front, 2-1 here in the bottom of the first inning. Would have been ball 4. I think that hit him, so the official marking in the book will be a hit by pitch. No real damage done there if you're Robbins. You had first base open. There's 2 outs already. And now Blake Green, who's hitting under 200 so far this summer, standing in. Righty on righty matchup. 2 aboard, 2 in, 2 outs. Robbins, long look back at second, and Blake Green fouls one back to the net. Goodrow at second. Hoke leads from first. Good speed on the base pass. Robbins throws back to second. Rodriguez covering. Goodrow back in easily. Pitch to Green. Foul tap at the plate. Count moves to no balls and 2 strikes. Oh, 2 count. Green waits on the pitch from Robbins. And Blake Green goes after the off-speed pitch. Porter Robbins gets the strikeout. Platte Valley Company sends 7 to the plate. They get 2 across, and after 1 inning, they lead Westco 2-1 on the Westco scoreboard.
Santa's been busy making his list, but the elves at Viero are helping him check it twice with big Christmas and July savings on iPhones like a free SE or up to $700 off 11 series with a new line of service and eligible trade. Need 2 lines? Buy one, get one for you and the kids. Hurry in before these deals are gone. Visit a local Viero store or Viero.com for more details. Viero Wireless, keeping you connected.
Plant seeds of safety around irrigation equipment. Here are some potential hazards. Avoid moving irrigation equipment on windy days. Never try to remove an irrigation pipe that is contacting a power line. Keep spray from irrigation systems away from power lines. Make sure wiring is always grounded properly. Stay away from irrigation systems during lightning activity. We should always promote safety in all fields of endeavor. This message is brought to you by Chimney Rock Public Power, your touchstone energy partner, the power of human connections.
Leading off the top of the second for Scott Platt, the center fielder, number 18.
Top of the second inning, Gering with a 2-1 lead on Westco. Riley Shaneman back to work. He'll face KJ Hartline, Jace Heimerman, and Dario Rodriguez. 6, 7, and 8 in the Zephyrs lineup. They scored a run on 2 hits, left 1 on in the first. Gering 2 runs on 1 hit. The base on ball, a problem spot for Porter Robbins. After getting a leadoff out, he walked 2, and both those runners came across to score. Riley Goodrow, a 2-out RBI single. Hartline hits one in the air, out to deep right. Adric Kahn took a step in, could not get back to it, And a leadoff double for KJ Hartline for the Zephyrs.
Up next for Westco, left fielder number 30.
KJ hitting .275, so that number will head north just a little bit. Leadoff man aboard out at second. Hartline, that'll bring in Jace Heimerman. Heimerman hitting just .130, really their everyday left fielder. See what's asked of Jace Heimerman here. Shaneman misses. Outside with that first pitch of the at-bat. Heimerman lays off the high fastball. Shaneman rocks and fires, called strike. 2-1. Coming into tonight, he'd struck out 16 and 13 and a third. ERA was at 2.10. He'd walked 6. We had a heck of a pitcher's duel for you on KNEB.TV earlier this year from Oregon Trail Park with Shaneman in a great duel on the mound with Chase King of Alliance. He was the tough luck loser that night. Alliance got the win, 3-1. 2-2 pitch from Riley Shaneman to Jace Heimerman. Got him with the curveball. So Shaneman now showing that secondary offering.
Baseman number 13, Dario Rodriguez.
And he gets that first out without allowing the runner to get to third base. So now Rodriguez playing second tonight. Dario is hitting .229. Shaneman. And a little looping liner over the first baseman's head. Coach Luber at third, going to hold up KJ Hartline. And now Hartline going to break for home on his own, and he's in standing up with the tying run. So 2-2 our score. Base hit for Dario Rodriguez. Picks up the RBI, and we're tied here in the top of the second.
Up next for Scott Flood, the right fielder, number 3, Wyatt Hott.
Zephyrs bats have definitely been heating up of late. They've already got 2 against Shaneman today. That has got to be a huge confidence boost early for the Zephyrs to score off Riley Shaneman, who comes set. Very short lead for Rodriguez. In his mind, he said, well, I got to dive back in. He was barely far enough off the base to do it. Short lead again for Rodriguez. Shaneman, fastball high. Want to know the count? Wyatt Hott, the hitter. He's at .313 on the year. Hott fouls one back. Count now 1-1. Wyatt's driven in 2, scored 9 runs. He is officially 10 for 32. Shaneman leans over, now comes set. Leg kick and the pitch. Radzimski blocks it down low in the dirt. There's a called strike from Shaneman to Wyatt Hott. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lights are on. 86 degrees at first pitch earlier. A little bit of a breeze out of the southeast. It was 8 at game times. Died down quite a bit now. Flag out in right center. Not moving a whole lot. Count now 3-2 on Wyatt Hott. 1 out. Leadoff man on deck, Porter Robbins. So which of these 2 pitchers will settle in first? And that is ball 4. They throw to second. Got away into center field. Riley Hope came in quickly. And they keep Rodriguez at second. So the free pass to Wyatt Hott. And back to the top now for Robbins. Boy, made good contact leading the game off. Hit a liner out to right center, Adrian Khan. The right fielder made the play on the run in the alley. So Radzimski and Shaneman, they got a lot of history working together, Mound and catcher. And Brady just called time, went out, trying to settle his buddy down, get things back in order. Love that leadership behind the plate. Here's the pitch from Shaneman. Infield hopper out to Franklin. He'll go the short route. They get one. Relay throw, not in time. Ball bounces away from Walker. Rodriguez sprints for the plate, and he slides in safely. And Westco goes in front 3-2 on the fielder's choice on the infield. So Hott forced out at second. Rodriguez comes across to score, and Robbins aboard on the fielder's choice, 6-4. And he picks up. I don't think there's an RBI on that one. Robbins is off. The throw from Radzimski, and Porter Robbins steals second base. Balthazar, the hitter. And in scoring position, Zephyrs have the 3-2 lead. Top of the second inning. Balthazar's average dropped a little bit yesterday, but he had been red hot. Had that average up around 342, I believe. And checking it right now, Balthazar's average at 304. The count is a ball and a strike, a ball and two strikes. Shaneman leans over and looks in. Straightens up and comes set. Looks back and delivers. This is outside to Balthazar. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fastball blew him away. Balthazar frustrated. Shaneman jogs off the mound. Westco gets a couple. They've scored in each of the first 2 innings. We played 1.5 at Oregon Trail Park tonight in Gering. Zephyrs a 3-2 lead on Gering on the Westco scoreboard.
2 runs on 2 hits and 1 error. The end of 1.5 score is now Scottsbluff 3, Platte Valley Companies 2.
This chair is way too big. It's perfect for us. This one's tiny. That's 'cause it's mine. Hey, this chair is just right. This bed is way too hard. It's perfect for me. This bed is way too soft. Just what I needed. This bed is just right. So come on over to Leeds Heads.
At 21st Century Equipment, we're proud to introduce the new Build Your Own tool. Build the John Deere you've been wanting and see how affordable it really is. Visit 21stcenturyequipment.net to build your own compact utility tractor, mower, or gator. It's easy to add implements, attachments, and view financing options. Build the exact tractor for your needs at a price you can afford, all from the comfort and safety of home, with the new Build Your Own tool at 21stcenturyequipment.net.
Fresh Foods, Domino's, Johnson Cashaway logos, South Munoz Construction, Papa Murphy's, Dooley Oil, Inc., and the Human Performance Project. Thank you for your support for Gering Legion Baseball. Leading off the bottom of the second for Gering Platte Valley Company seniors, first baseman, number 7, Anthony Walker.
Bill Boyer always on top of the weather situation. Sounds like we're in good shape here at the ballpark. First pitch swinging.